You know, you're playing a game right now, a game you probably don't even know exists. It's the game of power. Today, we're not just going to teach you the rules, we're going to show you how to start playing it well. So here's the plan. We'll start by completely redefining what power even is. Then we'll get into strategy, the three faces of power, and 6 practical ways to get anything. After that, we'll talk about playing this invisible game, and we'll wrap up with a deep dive into charisma. Okay, let's jump in. All right, let's just be real for a second. When I say the word power, what pops into your head? For most of us, it's something kind of negative, right? Maybe a little manipulative? Yeah, that's the common view. But what if that's all wrong? Professor Hork suggests we reframe this completely. Power isn't some evil, corrupting force. It's actually just the ability to get what you want. It's the engine behind everything, from getting yourself to the gym to landing that huge promotion. So let's be super clear on this. Power itself isn't good or bad. It's neutral. It's a tool. That's it. Think about a hammer. You can use a hammer to build a school, or you can use it to smash a window. The hammer doesn't care. It has no morality. Power is exactly the same. It's all about how you decide to use it. And this next point, this is a total game changer. We often think that money is power, or that having authority is power, but in this framework, nope. Those are just power tools. They are the resources you have, but they are not the power itself. Imagine you're playing poker. You could have an amazing hand, a ton of money, loads of charisma, all the right connections. But if you have no idea how to play those cards, you can still get beaten by someone with a way weaker hand, but a much, much better strategy. Your cards are just tools. They don't guarantee you the win. So, if all those things we thought were power are actually just tools, what's the missing piece? What's the secret sauce that turns those tools into actual results? Right? You've got the tools in one hand, and you've got your goal way over there. So how do you actually bridge that gap? Well, the answer is a word we hear all the time, but maybe we haven't thought about it in exactly this way. Strategy. That's it. This is where it all comes together. It's not about having the fanciest tools in your toolbox. It's about being the smartest player on the board. Strategy is the how. It's what separates people who get things done from those who just kind of wish they would. Okay, now this is where it gets really, really cool. Power isn't just one thing. It's more like a shapeshifter, and it shows up in our lives in 3 very different and increasingly subtle ways. So first, you've got the most obvious one, impositive power. This is the sledgehammer. It's direct, do this or else. Then it gets more sophisticated with agenda-setting power. This is about controlling the game itself. You decide what's on the table and what's not. But the real master level? That's preference-shaping power. This is when you influence someone to want the exact same thing you want. They think it was their idea all along. But here's the next layer. Each of those 3 faces of power can be used in 2 different ways. A hard way, which is coercive, and a soft way, which is persuasive. And that gives us a toolkit of 6 core strategies to achieve pretty much anything. Okay, let's make this real. Imagine a school wants to stop students from smoking. Have a look at the hard method column. They could use force, right? Ban smoking, expel students, ban sales, even use social pressure and shame. Now look over at the soft method column. Totally different vibe. They could require persuasive classes, run public health campaigns, or even better, create supportive peer groups to help people quit. Same goal, totally different plays. One is about force, the other is about influence. And this gets to the heart of what Professor Hostick calls smart power. Being truly effective isn't about always being tough or always being nice. It's about being adaptable. It's about knowing which of those 6 methods fits the situation you're in. The real masters know when to push and when to persuade. So, now that you see this framework, get ready. Because this isn't just some theory in a book. This is the invisible blueprint of your everyday life. Seriously, think about it. That little negotiation you had about where to go for dinner, the subtle dance for influence in a work meeting, trying to convince your kids to do their homework, it's all the game of power, and it's happening all around you all the time, whether you see it or not. And here's the best part. Just by understanding that the game exists, just by watching this, you've already started playing it better. You're no longer just a piece being moved around the board. Now, you're a player, and you get to decide your next move. Okay, so you're ready to play. But what's one of the most effective tools you can have, especially for soft power? Let's zoom in on that secret weapon of influence, charisma. We all know someone like this, don't we?
That person who walks into a room and just has it. People are drawn to them. We call it charisma, and we usually think of it as some kind of magic you're either born with or you're not.
Well, I've got good news. That's a myth. Charisma is not a gift, it's a skill. And just like any other skill, like learning to cook or to play guitar, it's something you can learn, practice, and get really, really good at.
So, how do you build it? Think of it like a three-legged stool. The first leg is emotional intelligence, really knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses. That self-awareness projects genuine confidence. The second leg is social intelligence, being able to truly understand other people. And the third is contextual intelligence, the ability to read the room and adapt. You need all three for that stool to be solid. So here's the bottom line. The game of power is happening all around you. You can't just decide not to play. The only real question is this: are you going to play the game, or are you going to let the game play you? The choice is yours.